Alrighty, here we go. Last weather weenies of the week. It's a Friday, which means you'll have this episode with you through the weekend. Ryan Breton, Alan Holt here. Let me be the first to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there for Sunday, and happy birthday to you, on Saturday.
Thank you, yeah.
Big weekend.
It's been a big week.
Yeah.
Rayleigh's birthday was Wednesday. My dad's was yesterday.
Yours tomorrow. Mother's Day Sunday.
Most important of all.
Right.
Well, after Rayleigh's. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it should be, it's... I would love to golf tomorrow afternoon.
Afternoon is the key word.
I know, yeah, afternoon, yeah. So I'm trying to navigate that. The weekend forecast, plan altering but not plan canceling.
I agree.
Would be a good way of,
Yeah, I completely agree.
Talking about, especially Saturday.
Yeah.
Mother's Day, I think more people will be able to get away with outdoor stuff, but it's not completely out of the woods.
Right.
Yeah.
This is our satellite radar today. Obviously, we started with sunshine. I'll actually pull this back to this morning.
Yeah, it was nice this morning. Almost no clouds.
Right.
Where I was. Yeah, southern Maine, Cape Elizabeth area. South.
And all these just bubbled up.
Yeah.
And we've had quite a few showers in northern and eastern Maine, just a sprinkle or two to the south. I actually got this video in from Matt in Milford, which is next to Old Town. You'll see it pop up momentarily. There's a little grapple.
Oh, okay.
And he identified it correctly on the first take, which is always appreciated.
The Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes on these kind of chilly spring air masses with a little convective growth, you can get a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. And that's one example from about noon today, right next to Old Town in the town of Milford. So
yeah, it's interesting. Like, hail, completely different. Like how it develops, the process behind it. Sleet would be the way we learned it was you have snow. It completely melts, and then it refreezes.
Before hitting the ground.
Into
the pellet.
Yeah, into the pellet.
Yeah.
This would be what? A partially melted snowflake that's getting...
Basically, it's there are super cool droplets around it that cling to it.
Yeah, they're clinging on.
They cling to it.
Yeah, and it's like
and actually, I may have it in here. Hold on.
So it's like sleet. It's ice. It's like a hard.
Yeah, this is soft.
This is soft.
This is soft.
Yeah.
And it's different from hail in that way too, where hail is not soft. Hail is a cube, basically.
That was just my feed is clearly still tons of Texas meteorologists. I think there was over 7-inch in diameter hailstone set the new state record. Something.
Was this recent?
Something recent. Yeah. Well,
wow.
I don't know if it was just verified now, like they took a year to research it. I don't know how that process went, but I saw everyone posting about it. Hunter was talking about
my
it
friend
too.
from college who works in
he had it with a Monster Energy.
Oh, really? I'll have to look this up.
And I commented. I said that's a monster hail. It was too easy not.
Well, so since we're chatting about hail, the reason we discussed grapple, we discussed sleet. Hail, actually, I feel like until maybe 10 or 15 years ago, in the meteorological community, there was still disagreement on exactly how hail developed.
Really?
Yes. That's my understanding, at least. My cloud physics teacher in college is named Dr. Matt Cumgen. He had done a bunch of research at the University of Oklahoma, then came to Penn State. And I don't recall what the other theory was, but I know there were two theories. And now the theory that's pretty commonly accepted, and this is what makes it different than sleet, is basically your updraft is holding these raindrops. It's sucking air into the thunderstorm, and that upward motion, the wind moving upward in the updraft, is strong enough to suspend these raindrops up in the cloud where it's below freezing, and they go through these up and down cycles and generate ice on this growing hailstone.
And it's interesting too, like, so you get your updraft, wind going up in the vertical.
Right.
And to get, I don't know, I know there's a graphic that are in some of the computers, but in essence, there's a certain wind speed threshold for various hail sizes.
Here's one.
And in essence, what's happening is the wind going up it blows the water up, it freezes, and then at some point the hail gets heavier than the wind suspending it, falls down, and as it gets closer to the ground, the base of the thunderstorm, that wind is stronger there, and it pushes it back up.
Right.
And that oscillation happens over and over and over until
basically
the
hailstone is so heavy that the wind can't hold it up. And also sometimes if in some of the bigger hailstones,
and they're spiky too.
Right. I don't have a picture of it on here, but sometimes you can see the different layers in a stone, whether it was
like a tree
what
ring.
we call wet growth or dry growth. So if it's my recollection is correct, the cloudy looking part of the hailstone,
opaque,
is like dry growth, meaning there like moisture was just forming on it as opposed to drops, I think.
Yeah, like the collision coalescence. Yeah.
But anyway, that's our hail.
Hail
tangent today.
It hailed on my wedding up here in Lemoyne, 2019.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Small hail.
A little small hail.
Small pea-sized hail.
We don't get much bigger than that. I can remember a handful of times when we've had maybe hail to like a little bigger than golf balls, but there aren't many.
That golf ball is damaging.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough to ruin stuff.
My old car, I had a ding on the roof from about golf ball sized hail that I got in Needham, Massachusetts when I was a weather intern at WCVB in Boston.
So they didn't pay for it?
They didn't pay for it.
What's going on?
Maybe I was too afraid to ask. It could have been that. But there was a massive hailstorm that went through Boston, but back when I was interning down there, which would be like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Quick weekend forecast for you. The farther north in the state you are on Saturday, the drier it's going to be. Like if you're in the mountains and northern Maine, you get basically no rain, maybe a shower dinner time or later. But
this is the gripe about not being able to play.
Right.
Because I want to sleep in a little bit and play, but if I'm teeing off 9:30, probably by hole 16, I'm starting to get
exactly.
wet. And
I feel like if you teed off at 9, you got a shot to get away with most of it.
You can do
9 holes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I like to be out there and get extra frustrated. Yeah.
And as you can expect, northern Maine will be warmer on Saturday, southern Maine cooler, where the rain comes in first. Sunday's interesting. We may have a morning shower and then have some midday or early afternoon breaks of sun, especially to the west, and the air mass is warm. So if we get sun, it could really warm up away from eastern Maine and away from the mid-coast, and that could trigger a pop-up shower or even a rumble of thunder Sunday afternoon. So I took the temps down from what that model had, but if we see like an hour or two of full sun in Lewiston, it could hit 70. So.
Yeah, and the warmer it is, obviously, the more unstable of an air mass you're talking about. So it's kind of like a catch-22.
Yeah, right.
You know? Yeah.
But if you're in like Rockland or around Penobscot Bay or down east, I don't think you see much of any sun on Sunday, maybe a break. One change to the forecast is that we've been watching this Monday thing. At the moment, it looks like a lot of the moisture on Monday may stay offshore. In the text, I put a chance for a shower on the coastal one, but that may
it's like real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trending the other way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I even wrote that on the fronts map. End of next week is going to be interesting. We're still going to be in a trough position in the jet stream, and some of the models try to cut off an upper level low to our south end of next week.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting. I mean, I think it'll change.
Right.
Next time we're doing weather-weenies, I think we'll have a good handle on what we're thinking that will do. But right now, I think just pattern recognition. Okay, that might be on our plate.
Yeah, for now, just kept that we're watching
Thursday, right? Yeah,
Thursday into Friday.
Thursday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's, I think, going to do it. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to your mom, my mom,
Thank you.
My wife.
Your wife, yeah.
Yep. All the moms.
All the moms. Good stuff. Sorry we couldn't get you better weather, but I think that Sunday, it's not a washout. There will be plenty of dry times. You might just catch a shower or two. So, all right, that does it for this week. weather-weenies at newscentermaine.com. You can email us anytime. Get any hail experiences? We'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
We're going to be getting into that more type of season for us soon. So there should be more to come on that stuff. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day. We'll see you next week.